Hi there, Japan fans. In today's show, we're going to talk about Omnichannel. Present or master shimashou. This is the fourth year of the Presentations Japan series podcast, and we are beaming around the world to you from sunny Minato-ku here in Tokyo. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, committed to your success, the president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan and best-selling author, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. My new book, Japan Presentations Mastery, will be released shortly. Through this podcast, I want to help you become a better speaker who is clear, confident, persuasive, and highly influential with those around you. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentations Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. Every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. This is episode number 249. Today we're talking about Omnichannel Presenting. We normally think of omnichannel in relation to the medium being used to contact buyers. We can also use this idea when thinking about planning our talk. We automatically revert to the brain when we start this exercise. Our logical, rational, analytical mode is needed, but that is not enough for audiences. We need heart, value, and sex appeal for our messages to resonate. We tend, however, to get stuck on the first rung of the planning ladder, the intellectual angle. We all know, though, that we are emotional creatures running around justifying our emotional choices with a veneer of logic. Our talk needs to access all of our human instincts. We need our brain to be working well. Logic is required to make the argument make sense to our audience. It means we need to be piling on the evidence, proof, data, statistics, and testimonials, etc. The navigation of the talk should be logical, so that it flows like a good novel, making it easy for the audience to follow where we are going with this content. I've mentioned before a talk I attended where the visiting VIP just rambled through his maze and mist of an esoteric discussion, peppered with his vague musings, which was totally impenetrable. It lacked structure, logical flow, and clear, concise communication. It was totally self-indulgent. To this day, I still have no idea what he was on about, but his personal reputation and his organization's reputation were both shredded that day. Some members in the audience will be analytical types who love the logic, the detail, the nitty-gritty, the evidence, and they will be happy to see it. They will be calibrating everything we say and running it through their mind, looking for inconsistencies, gaps, flaws, and mistakes of fact. We'll win this group over if we are well organized. However, they are not the only personality type in the audience. We have to go omnichannel to appeal to other personality types. Some will be more swayed by their hearts. We need to get them in touch with their emotions and feelings during our talk. Novels and movies are emotional engagement masterpieces in many cases. We are drawn into the characters in the story and what happens to them. I'm a pretty logical guy, but I remember being captured by the heroine in the Japanese television drama Oshin. Her rise from crushing poverty to running a massive retail empire was a true story, which appealed to my logical brain, but her travails were all pulling at the heartstrings. We do not have multiple weeks like a television show, or 3 hours like a movie, or hundreds of pages in a novel to emotionally engage our audience. We can have some elements of the human drama of what we're talking about. Because we're in business, there is absolutely no shortage of drama which we can relate. There are the full spectrum of characters to draw upon as well, from amongst our colleagues, subordinates, superiors, suppliers, and clients. Everyone loves a gory tale of corporate value destruction, factional bloodletting, spitting out winners and losers, and the dirty deeds done dirt cheap by business nasties. Find out more when we come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Now, today's show is brought to you by, on the 3rd of August, we're getting results without authority. On the 6th of August, we're doing innovation. And on the 24th of August, we're doing innovation leadership. On the 8th of September, we're doing negotiations. Check out our website at www.dale-carnegie, carnegie.co.jp. Lots and lots of value for you there. Now, to do better in Japan, email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, that's the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. If you like learning by watching videos, there are over 1,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, which is the premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. Another instinct is the gut, and this is where we are appealing to value for money. Is what we are talking about bringing concrete value to the audience? Have we proffered some information or insight which was previously unknown to them? Are we making their business or personal life substantially better? Are we tuning into the conversation going on in the minds of the audience and suggesting questions which they want answers to, and then magically unveiling these solutions? The "what is in it for me" question is always the uppermost thought in an audience's mind when they sit there listening to us pontificate about a subject. I attended a talk by a big shot executive for one of the largest companies in the world. She was talking about personal branding, so she pulled a good crowd. However, it instantly became apparent that she was talking about how to brand yourself within a mega monster of a company like hers, when the audience was full of punters from small to medium-sized enterprises. there were 0 takeaways and 0 value on offer that day. The last omnichannel is sex appeal. Is your topic sexy? Will it fill the seats? The title is always a key. A lot of thought needs to go into the best shorthand description which will grab attention. Sometimes we need a provocative title to break through the daily detritus, filling the minds of our potential audience members. How-to titles also work because we are flagging you will learn something if you attend. The delivery is another aspect of sex appeal. We have to be excellent in giving the talk, looking for every opportunity to engage with our audience. We want them thinking, writing down our stuff, and often we have to branch into edutation. I'm not good at snappy repartee, quick wit, zinger one-liners, or being a skilled raconteur. I can tell stories, though, which are interesting and insightful, which seems to get me by. When we sit down to design the talk, we need to be asking ourselves, have I got all of the omni-channel touch points covered for this talk? We know people are quite various in how they absorb information and in their interests. We have to do our best to appeal to as many people as we can in the one sitting. In the end, it is the planning starting point which matters most. If we plan to incorporate these 4 omni-channel elements of brain, heart, gut, and sex appeal, then we will be more successful. Thank you for joining the Presentations Japan series. If you got value from today's show, spread the love around and share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you have learned today, use it, and go out there and become a presentations legend. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.